Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're checking out the LEMFO LES2 available for $100 online. LEMFO has these like plain and simple boxes, nothing to see around, so you can just straight up open it up. And by the way, I want to thank them for setting this out for a review unit. So in the box we get the watch itself, we get the charging dock, a micro USB cable so that you can charge it in through here. To recharge this, it's very simple. Just plug this into the micro USB port, micro USB cable, and then put this underneath and it'll start charging. You see here? Now it's charging. You can just leave it on the side there, and it comes off pretty easily though. That's the one downside about it. So you can leave it like this if you want. I usually just leave it on the side like this. And we've got a little screwdriver to open the back up, the user guide, a couple of screws, and then a screen protector. The watch already has a screen protector installed on it, so that's pretty convenient. One thing I noticed compared to all the other smartwatches I've tested is that this is completely stainless steel above. It has a kind of a heavy feel, and it feels premium because it is. And then you got rubber bands on the side here, a heart rate monitor, and then the place to recharge it from, and then I believe this is the speaker. On one side we have the power button, and then this is kind of like a back button in a way. You can unscrew the back to get to the nano SIM tray. And the nice thing is that there are 4 extra screws like we showed before in case if you lose one of these because they're so small. And I like it on my wrist. It's not too tight or anything like that. It just feels a little more heavy compared to the other ones. But if you get introduced with this analog clock, you can change it to many others. I personally like the Transformers one. We'll set it to this. So going from top to bottom, it shows you some notifications here. Left to right is nothing. Right to left shows you the other apps that are there. We'll get to that in just a second. And bottom to top shows you the battery life, the date, and then whether you're connected to Wi-Fi or a network. And then you have all these other features here that you see. Now there's a Fang Zido or whatever you call that app where you can connect to it. And then you have the Clean All button here, as well as the weather information. And this will come when you connect to internet. So this can connect to internet by itself. You can also connect this through Bluetooth. To connect to Bluetooth, just go into settings, then go to connect. Make sure Bluetooth is on, so we can turn that on. And then we can look for whatever's down here. So Bluetooth's on here. Now my phone is visible, so I can connect to it that way. And then go ahead and pair. And then you're almost connected. In this user manual, you can install the app on here on this QR code you get. And then it's going to be called the BT Helper. You go in here, then you click select device, make sure LES2 is connected, and then you should have everything connected. So then you can read incoming SMS, missed calls, and incoming call tips. So first off, we have health here, so it tracks the pedometer and everything, the heart rate monitor, the LEMFO watch. We have messages, contacts, music. So for music, you can scan your playlist. That's interesting. You got the phone here. Now one thing I like about this is that they're kind of on the side, the dialers. So this looks kind of weird at first, but after using it for a bit, because smartwatches are so small, they have small screens, it's actually easier to type on this. So let's say I wanted to type 1228564, and then there's not as much errors as you can tell. And then you can click the contact button up there to see your contacts. You can sync your contacts through your phone once you're connected. One good thing is that you can go from left to right to just flick the keyboard away. And then in certain situations you can use Google's voice to text, but in this case it just doesn't work. Now under tools, you can go ahead and there's 2 different app stores technically speaking. There's the regular Play Store that you have to sign into and everything. You have to be on Wi-Fi to do it. And then you have the App Store where you can just download certain apps if you want. It's going to be much slower to download through here. You can download Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Chrome, and then Healthy Reminder. And like I said, it's just really slow to download. You can go ahead and watch a video on YouTube. It's not bad. Yeah, it's you can watch videos, I guess. It's better than nothing. But one thing I don't like about this watch is that you don't have I don't see the option to be able to make this in a square mode. If you know what I'm talking about, like in other smartwatches, you'd be able to hold the power button and then you can change it from round to square. And basically what square means is that it makes it smaller, but that means nothing else is cut off. So right now, you really can't see the other stuff is cut off. Like if I want to go back to a get off of full screen, I guess I can press this, so that kind of saves it. I can't press the full button, I can only press the back button here. So it's not the end of the world, but it blocks off other things at different times, so that is kind of a pain. And I don't know how to change it. I don't even know if there's a way to change it, so that's unfortunate. So this is the score I got, which was 316. And the reason I got 316 is because 3D, it says it's unsupported, and then everything else, and then I got a score of 0 on the CPU and the RAM. Now it gets really bright, but I don't know how good this is outside in sunlight. I wasn't able to test it out too well. And then if you want to exit, you can go swipe from left to right, and then go away from there. And I'm in settings, by the way. So you have all these settings here for Wi-Fi, connect, emergency contacts, date and time, display, sound, power saving. So we can raise the sound a little bit more. Oh, and that gets really loud. Yeah, so the speaker on the back is just nice to have a loud speaker to make calls and stuff. And by the way, you won't be able to make calls when you're connected through the phone because this is fully Android 5.1, not Android Wear. That's kind of a disappointment right there, but you can still receive notifications of what you get on your phone onto the watch here. You also have vibrate down here, and you have the power saving mode. Because the battery life is actually, I'm at about 20% now. I've only had this on since 11:30, so it's been about 5.5 hours. I've had the screen on for about 3 hours now. So you can say the battery life is actually decent because I was playing a game here and then I was interacting. By the way, when you have the screen on for a while and you're watching videos for more than, let's say, 15 minutes, the back starts to get a little bit warm. So that's when you'll want to just put this to sleep, because this is best to use in moderation, and that goes with most smartwatches. There's text to speech, reset the device, uninstall apps, and you have more settings here for battery, language input, call settings, and about the equipment. And it's running pretty well. Not really noticing much of a stutter or lag. I just saw a little bit right there. Another one. Guys, let me know if you want me to do a comparison video. I think I will, because I have the LEMFO LES1, so I'm going to make a video on that. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what else you want to see, because I'm going to be testing that more stuff on this in the actual video for the comparison between the two. About this watch, I mean, because I don't think I was able to cover everything, because I was actually having a lot of trouble just logging into my account because of the keyboard, because the keyboard is just awful on this thing. And it's pretty much bad on most devices, but in some cases you'd be able to use voice typing on this one, so that's a good thing. One other thing I forgot to mention is this is the back button, so basically it goes back to where you were before. It goes all the way back to the analog clock. If you press up here, it just locks and unlocks the watch, but this takes you back. This is like the back button down here. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think. Leave a like down below if this was helpful, and subscribe if you want to see more.